I'm sure that all of us have had to send either a thank you note or a letter at some point in our lives. And if you're like me, I haven't sent one since I was probably in third grade to an aunt that lives many states away. So when I thought about writing this topic, I actually had to do some research about it. And as I'm a senior this year, there's been a lot of occasions where I've had to address an envelope, and I think it's an important skill that everybody should know. So not only is it important for me, it's important for all of us to know. Some occasions where you would need to know how to address an envelope would be sending a thank you note. Maybe your grandparents sent you a birthday card with a $20 bill in it, and it's just a nice thing to do to show that you appreciate what somebody's done for you, and it's a really caring idea. Another big thing as a senior is when you're sending scholarships, you have a big manila envelope and you have to address where you're sending your scholarships to. So it's important that you address it properly and it looks professional to whomever you're sending it to. And another would be invitations. For a lot of seniors, we have our graduation parties coming up. So maybe if you have a grandparent that isn't on Facebook and doesn't get your Facebook invite to your graduation party, it'll be important to send it through the mail. And you'll have to know how to address it in order to get it to them. So some materials that you'll need would include an envelope, or actually there are other things that you can ship that don't have to be an envelope. I read that you could even send a coconut. You don't have to have anything inside of it, but as long as you can address it, you can send it through the mail with a stamp. This is another thing that's really important when knowing how to address an envelope, is having the proper amount of stamps according to how much it weighs. And then you also need to know the address of who you're sending it to, as well as your own personal address for a return address. So let's move on to how to address the envelope. When starting, you can either go through the address you're sending it to or the receipt address. It doesn't matter what order you go in. So for my example, I'm sending a letter to my grandparents. So the return address is mine. The top line is my name, my full legal name. The second line is my street address, including the house number, the street, and the third line is the city I live in, the state, and my zip code. So the sent address is to my grandparents, which are Tom and Connie Pregon. Their address is the middle line, and they live in Knoxville, Iowa, and then their zip code as well. And then we can't forget to put the stamp up in the top right corner. It's really important that the stamp is right side up. If it's upside down or sideways, it doesn't actually count on the envelope. So that's something that you need to know when you are putting your stamp on your envelope or whatever you're sending. So the next time that you want to send a letter to a friend away at college, or you're going to send out birthday invites, there are a lot of occasions through life when we'll need to know how to address an envelope. So I hope that this presentation will remind you and teach you how to do that later on in life. Thank you.
Katie.